Don't sports talk worldwide. It's news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now we know that the Ukraine brings the pain when we're talking about boxing. But one of the original members of the Ukraine bring the pain gang is one of the Klitschko brothers. Vitali Klitschko has been inducted to the International Hall of Fame. Vitali Klitschko, in most of our eyes, that's probably the better Klitschko. We know he's the meaner Klitschko, right? As the Klitschko era, WBC champion, two-time WBC champion. He held that belt when it was 2004 to 2005, then again in 2008 to 2013, something like that, right? Incredible record, 45-2, 45-2. And when we're talking about those two losses, most of you know him from that fight he had against Lennox Lewis. Great fight. Had to stop because of a gruesome cut over his eye. You had to stop. You don't want his eye to fall out. So that was a loss. Another loss, which I always question him about, you went in, against Chris Bird, guy who really came up from middleweight, good defensive fighter, but doesn't have too much punching power, especially for the heavyweight division. Stopping in that fight around 11 or 12, not coming out because of his shoulder. Shoulder was injured. I forgot what injury it was, but it must have been a pretty bad one, where you're winning the fight, probably won, 90% of the rounds, and then you don't come out and jab just for that last round. So he stopped without coming out for that last round against Chris Bird. Now, if that was Mike Tyson or George Foreman on the other side, I would understand that. But, him being a doctor, maybe he knew better than anybody else what was up. He could have probably did that. So, those losses are not, being KO'd or being outdone in the ring. So this guy could easily be undefeated. Just what I'm trying to say. This is Dr. Iron Fist himself. You look down his ledger. He has names on there. He's taken about 6 O's, beat about 6 guys with 1 loss, and that's just his last 20 fights. He had to, people who beat his brother, Vladimir, then he came back and beat them, Corey Sanders and maybe someone else, Ross Purity, if I'm not mistaken. So the guy has done it all, and he had a great career. He's one of the best, all time. You're going to put it because the dude's 6'7", and he ain't taking no smack. Got a chin. Puts that jab out there. Has upper body movement. He can keep his hands down on you. I've seen him fight with his hands down. Man's a bad dude. Go back and check some of his fights to make sure, just in case you don't know. This is original. Ukraine bring the pain. This is Vitali Klitschko. All right? Vitali Klitschko or Vitali, depending on where you at in the world. Now, this guy, I'm glad he's in the International Hall of Fame. It's a no-brainer. If you're looking at me, it's a no-brainer at all. This guy is that good. I put him in the top 10 all time for sure. Size matters. I don't think too many people 6'1" is going to beat this guy. All right? Not too many. Maybe 1 or 2 of them on a certain night. When I say him the all time, I'm always saying if you put heavyweights together and you say the best 2 out of 3. Now, on a given night, anybody can beat anybody. We know that. So, congratulations to him. One other thing I want to say about Klitschko's Vitali and Vladimir, as a matter of fact, get off of the boring narrative. These guys were handling their business. People couldn't beat them. Then that's their fault. You know what I mean? That wasn't boring to have 2 brothers in one family ruling the heavyweight division for a long time. Meaning, let's be real. Vitali Klitschko, he held that WBO title and he held the WBC title. Now, his brother had those other titles for a while, and he couldn't really get them because it's from his brother, his little baby brother. He ain't going to be beating up on him, but that don't mean he couldn't have. You know what I mean? Congratulations, Dr. Iron Fist. Now he got stuff to do over there in Kyiv. Now he's the mayor over there. But a great career and a deserving first-time Hall of Fame member. Go ahead on. Ukraine brings the pain. Period. Vitali Klitschko. I'm glad for him. Don't sports talk worldwide. And I'm about here, y'all.